Hey guys, this is Brian with Plus One Gaming, and I've got Shawn Javery here. Shawn, you just topped. You made day 2 and made top cut at the North American TCG Championships. Where did you finish?
64th.
Top 64. What deck did you play today?
The one and only Salamangreat.
Salamangreat. You've been doing great with it. You're one of the very few, maybe the only Salamangreat player who made top cut. We're going to try to find that out next. Do you want to show us your deck today? How many cards did you play?
40.
40 card deck. Let's go over your deck list.
Okay, so the most important card in the deck, Salamangreat Gazelle. Not sure if I'd actually play this at 3, but I might play it at 2 if it came off. This is probably the second most important. I'm only on 2 Buffalo because 3 Buffalo clogs a bit, and just drawing it when you want to draw a solid monster just sucks.
Yeah, I remember eras where people didn't play Buffalo. Is it really good right now?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a must play in the build?
Right now, I would say so. It deals with Droll pretty well, and you know, if you have a Floodgate, you can just play very conservatively and make Nib dead games 2 and 3.
Oh, cool, yeah, because Nib's trouble.
The other option would be Ibly, but I haven't really tested it that much. But Ibly's pretty good, so.
Yeah.
2 Jaguar. I've thought about bumping this up to 3 because it's actually pretty good to draw this as the only salad card. It's better than Spinny because you can do 1 card Jaguar into Heat Soul Talk, and that card's gonna get banned one of these days.
Yeah, you think Heat Soul's gonna get banned in the future? Yeah.
Yeah. 3 Spinny. You kind of value having the hand effect, and it's just nice to draw with Gazelle or Foxy because you get into combo. Foxy. This card was glued to my hand. I drew 3 Foxies twice in a tournament going second. But if you only have 1 salad card, this is probably the best one to draw. Even better than Gazelle in some ways. 1 Falco. Thought to cut it, but this card, it comes up sometimes, but if it's the only salad monster you draw, it feels pretty bad. I don't know, you don't really make foes that often, but Falco comes up in a lot of real situations. Yeah. This is all of the Cybos monsters.
Yeah.
Hand traps. 3 Ash. Do I really have to explain this?
The red banner.
Not really.
Regional 35 to the red banner.
3 Nib. Didn't really see it too much today. Just
Did you see it some yesterday on day 1?
Not as much as I would like. There's a lot of drag. I played a few matches against Dragon, the Punk Adventure combo stuff.
Yeah.
I think I nibbed them once. Droll and Lockboat.
Yeah, not everyone mains Joel, but it was really popular at this championship. How did Joel do for you?
I didn't actually see it that often, funny enough.
Was it strong when you did?
Yeah, it makes Flunderies pass a turn usually if they don't have Shifter or card by.
Structure deck 27, you should have been at the red.
I don't know, I might cut it for something else, but it's just really good against most decks in the format. It's pretty good against Despia sometimes
Let's go to the
too.
red banner. 162, go to the green
3
banner.
Velo,
And Winamap 163, you're going to the blue banner.
you get draws on your opponent's turn due to Heat Soul Taco, so it's a little bit better than Infinite Impermanence, but it turns on talents, which kind of sucks. Also, Imperm lets you play into a board. It's a pretty good hand trap. I probably would play it next round. Now onto the spells. This is the worst best card in the deck. You hate drawing it, but it's so many plays. I used it to stop my opponent out in Mystic Mine twice today, because it would cast their own monster into my own,
33.
and then out Sanctuary, and then I won both of those games because of it. Oh, and the relink effects are needed for a combo.
Winamap 158.
This card's really nice. Not having to.
Is this a card they recently unlimited back to 3?
Yeah. I was playing the deck a bit when I was at 2, but a 3rd copy helps a lot.
Yeah.
Makes Foxy a lot better because the odds of hitting Gazelle or Circa are a lot higher now. Sucks when you draw multiple of them. The second effect's also really nice if you want to just make sure you survive the turn, because then Sunlight Wolf can't be popped by access code, and you can nib yourself and then keep the Sunlight Wolf, so it's really good there. Only 2 silent mining. I really hate drawing more than one of these, and a lot of times you just want to draw a circle a lot of hands. Like, you can search Buffalo off of this, which is nice sometimes, but I don't know.
It's a little high risk since you have the discard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deck's also been consistent enough for me to not really value the third one. 1 Salamangreat Will. This card's so nice in a grind game. It's not too great against Nib right now, because you don't usually have a great play if you have this through Nib. But it's a nice card. Plays through hand traps pretty well. Great in grind game. Two Pot of Desires. Draws 2.
Is there anything in the deck you want to make sure you see before you play your desires?
Sanctuary, usually Gazelle can help, but it's weird. I usually Desires if I don't have a no summon play, but if I do, I save it for the end.
Okay.
You don't really want this to get asked. And Banishing Sanctuary can hurt a bit. 1 card by the grave. This card should be banned. I've top decked game 3s 2 times, and that was the only card that would get me out of this situation. Should be banned. Now on to the traps.
Winamap 161 is the red banner. Winamap 162.
2 Salamangreat raids. This is the
163 blue banner.
best Salamangreat traps. The pop 2 is really hard for decks to deal with, and you usually just wait for them to set up a little bit. You pop the monsters, and then they can't make a full board, and then you just beat them on the next turn because you have a lot of graveyard resources. 1 Salamangreat Row. Omni Negates are nice, letting you play under Nib safely is also pretty nice. Yeah, the traps are generally pretty good if you go first, but going second can be kind of tricky. And then 3 Imperms, because...
So you play a total of 15 hand traps?
Yes, sir.
Is that the number you like? Would you go up or down?
Christopher Studio. Table A.
Feels pretty good. I've been thinking about putting in 3 goes in match somewhere, or maybe 2, just because floodgates are kind of nice. Even going second, so long as you open like a hand trap or 2 to stop them from going full combo. I flipped Rivalry of Warlords against 2 adventure decks, and they pretty much couldn't do anything, and I was going second both times.
Okay, let's see the extra deck.
I'm a bit of a purist for Salamangreat. I'm playing 3 Balinks. The third one comes up a good amount of time.
Okay.
Let's go green.
Mirage Stalio, the best card in the extra deck. Something nice about this is that you're able to make plays under Zombie World. That happened today. Well,
Winamap 164.
I had a deal with Zombie World, so I Foxy'd, Spinnied into this, and was just able to get advantage.
Let's go green.
3 Sunlight Wolf. You could theoretically cut this down to 2, but the third one, when it comes up big time. I don't understand why people cut Heat Leo. It's such a nice card.
Yeah, it seems like it's one of the things making the deck back in the meta.
Most people have cut it.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I do play Gozen, you definitely want to play this, because there's a fun little interaction where you nib your opponent and they have a token. If you change the attack of the nib token in the end phase, it won't go back to what it was when it was summoned. It'll go to 0. And then you can just Sanctuary Protect so they can't crash. The Splash Mage Access Code package. A lot of times you just go Splash Mage into Heat Soul. There's a few combos where you can like go into Heat Soul, draw 1, then make a Cooling Sunlight Wolf, but it's pretty awkward. Yeah, these cards just have a lot of utility. Oh yeah, if you have full monsters instead of the usual 3, you can make a play where you go Splash Mage, bring back 1, use a 2 for Jammer, make Transcode, summon back Splash, and then make access code. It's at 43, you can attack twice.
Yeah.
It cannot be targeted. This plays around Effect Veiler and DD Crow.
Yeah,
So you
that's
pretty much
cool.
have to force them to have nib.
Okay.
Baguska.
How many times did you make Baguska to save you this weekend? No times?
None.
You think he's cuttable? Maybe another slot?
It's an interesting thing because when he does come up, he's game winning. I do kind of want to play Lingaribo in this slot because if you play Lingaribo Gazelle alone, you can do Spinny, get the Spinny, Jack Jaguar setup with Gaz in hand, and then instead of relinking the Sunlight Wolf, you can just make Heat Soul by using Lingaribo and then draw a card. So yeah, it's one card ends up with 2 graveyard resources, 1 in hand, Sanctuary, and then a Heat Soul, which is pretty nice, but
Okay.
haven't tested it without it yet.
Let's see the sideboard.
Okay, 3 token collector. I played against 1 So player today, and I lost because I didn't see this card.
Yeah. You think you would keep it though, even though Sword Soul you'll see less of it lately?
So's probably the hardest matchup you're likely to see for this deck because
Okay.
Unless you have Infinite Impermanence, you just can't out the level 10 guy in Engine. It's pretty terrible.
Okay. Alright, what else do we side?
But I might cut it, I don't know. Harpy's Feather Duster,
Yeah.
Spell and Trap Remover, Ouch Mine, Red Reboot. It should be at 3. This card's very, very good. Evenly matched.
Yeah. Which matchups do you bring this in against?
Most of the ones that aren't FTKs, so like I brought it in Salad Meal and won because of it. It's weird, it didn't really come up too often today, well, this weekend, but it has in the past. I think it's just a very good card run, especially since Anti-Spell is in the format, and you can kind of play under Anti-Spell. Oh yeah, I brought it in against VW and he kept an Anti-Spell and I kind of won because of it.
Yeah.
Anti-Spell.
I saw you siding this a lot.
Yeah, I usually side this when I go in first. I might actually switch the ratios out for this because Warlord's really good going second sometimes if you can stop them. I've Warlorded and 2 different adventure decks going second and I won because of that because I couldn't really play under this. Anti-Spell is good at 3 though too. Kind of undecided about that. And then my Secret Spice.
You side in, is that your third roar?
Second row, second will.
Yeah.
Because you pretty much have all of the coverage you need for the matchups with these 13 side deck cards and what you main deck. A lot of matchups you just appreciate having row and will. And I usually side these in when I'm going second. Well, going first, games 2 and 3.
Okay, super.
Just because it helps you play through hand traps better.
So what were your toughest matches this weekend?
Dragon Link, the adventure thing is pretty rough. So's kind of rough too. I mean, I just lost 7 out of 5 dice rolls. I don't know, nothing seemed unmanageable. So's annoying, but
How do you feel about this deck going forward?
I'm not sure how well it deals with Tail Element and Splite.
Yeah.
Big question is how well, because this deck's just running a lot of generic good stuff, and I feel like I pretty much covered the entire meta right now, so I'm not sure if that's going to be true with Splite and TOs.
Well, congratulations on the top 64. Do you have any shout outs you want to make?
I feel like I should, but I can't really name anyone. So
Who did you test with the most?
No one. I was in Wyoming for 5 weeks. I only came back Wednesday.
Well, good job on your
First real
college
tournament
course.
since I came back.
Well, thank you so much for the deck profile. We appreciate you. Shawn Javery, top 64, North American Championship. We're going to go root on Eliza Green, Clifton Land, and Elise, who are still competing over here. Thank you so much.